on so many social media platforms. We want to say thank you to all of our supporters and longtime subscribers on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. We want to say thank you and welcome aboard if you're just finding us for the very first time on X. Remember, you can go back to the live stream library, which is on the app. You just tap streaming. You can find it at shoplc.com, the homepage. Also, you can watch a repeat of the shows there, and that's really important if you've got somebody that's collecting or you want to share something, or maybe you're building a wish list. Hey, I'm going to send you this show, and I want you to scroll down to 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 37 seconds, and that's the piece that I hope I own one day, and maybe you can help me out with that for my birthday coming up. You know what I'm talking about. All those little subtlety, not so subtleties. Hey, you know what? I know some people who say, you know what? I don't really want to ask for anything, but you know what? You don't ask, you don't get. We're going to talk about blush colored tourmaline today, and let's talk color theory for just a little bit. By the way, Live 25 means that every item in this show is 25% off. I've got a rundown of about 20 items. Every piece is 25% off. They are all limited engagement and they are time restricted. 48 hours to drop in Live 25 and save 25% on all of these great pieces. Number to learn, number to know, gotta have it. I'm gonna write it down so I remember it. 888-837-2236. That's the live stream dream team. Personal shoppers. You'll become acquainted with the personal shopper. You might develop, who knows, a long-term relationship with that person because they are the person that really gives you that white glove concierge first name basis shopping experience. And there's not a penny extra for that charge. We're going to talk about blush color gemstones today. And you may have heard me say, or if you think about this, there's no other color like ruby red. There's no other color like green, emerald green. There's no other color like Sleeping Beauty turquoise. It's sky blue. So there are some colors in the world of gemstones and jewelry that are very, very unique. And I'm going to say something audacious, and you may disagree with me. If you do, drop it in the chat, okay? Because it's a conversation. You don't have a lot of colors. You don't have a lot of gemstone choices when you're talking about blush colored gemstones. You don't. If you ask folks in the industry or collectors, number one on the list is probably going to be morganite. We had some of that in the last show, certified as a matter of fact. So they're peachy pink colors. You might say, okay, what about Rose de France amethyst? And I would say, well, Rose de France amethyst is a lovely stone, but it really sort of parallels the color that you see in kunzite. And kunzite doesn't have a warm or a golden sort of glow to it. It's a beautiful stone, but it definitely lands on the color spectrum over here on the blue, the slightly bluish, the slightly violet kind of category. So we got morganite over here, peachy pink. We've got rose quartz, which can kind of come under this category, but it doesn't show up very often in beautiful transparent stones. You also have in the world of peach, or I'm going to say peachy pink gemstones. Let's just go big. You have Podparacha sapphire. Probably one of the most world famous peachy pink colors. Expensive, expensive. One of the British crown princesses has Podparacha sapphire in her engagement ring. It's one of the rarest colors in the family of exotic sapphire colors. Still fits the color palette, but not exactly where my pricing profile is going to go for today. All right. Then you have, and we can put it in that category, imperial topaz. But the peachy pinks, the blush tones are not the primary focus of that gemstone. It's still primarily a golden or a yellowish tone with some really powerful and interesting blush secondary colors that make it a very unique treasure in the world of gemstones and jewelry. Some people are going to say pink sapphire gives you a little bit of a blush. Let's talk about that. Pink sapphire, for all intents and purposes, is just light red ruby. And in order for it to be a ruby, it's got to have that bluish sort of violet color, which makes it a cool color. I'm talking about blush. I'm talking about things that are ballerina slipper pink. Something that's got that wonderful sort of just a hint of pink, not outlandish, not screaming, not magenta, but it also has a warmth. So I want stones that have sort of a champagne secondary influence, a little bit of a glow, a bronzy finish, something that looks like it's a sun-kissed peach. Really and truly, of all of those stones that I mentioned, the only one that delivers that kind of color is blush tourmaline. Not even rubellite tourmaline. Rubellite tourmaline is way over here. Lovely, beautiful stone. But if you want those wonderful sort of bashful blush pink colors that have the extra added color impact of a bubbling glass of champagne, a beautiful bronzy sun-kissed glow, the only one that fits the bill is blush tourmaline, and we've got it for you today. Now, the way that you take advantage of these, first of all, if you've never shopped with us at Shop LC, we're going to list every item. We're going to pin it, as a matter of fact, to the bottom of the conversation. You just hit that bar. We'll take you right over to Shop LC. Anytime an item is over $50, your shipping and handling is free. You're going to see instant savings when you type in Live 25. And if you want an extra level of security, 2 years. We've got a 2-year extended warranty program called Sure Shield, and you can add it bit by bit, piece by piece to the items that you choose. So Secure Shield is waiting for you in every single transaction as well. When we talk about savings, budget pays right away. Already set up for you as a payment option. Of course, you can pay with whatever card you choose, debit, credit, myriad of cards available out there behind the scenes. There may even be PayPal credit still. I'm not sure. Check with the personal shopper. But here's the thing. When we're talking about these pieces, it really is the color palette that sets them apart. And color is first and foremost the primary reason that we all choose a particular gemstone, or we answer the call when a particular gemstone sort of whispers in your ear, "Psst, hey, well, look at me." That's a great thing. Very first item on the list, beautiful classic style. You have a brilliant sparkling white halo surrounding a gorgeous center stone. Take a look at that. These are beautiful. This is blush tourmaline in the center, moissanite on the surrounding, and just a little bit of that moissanite sparkle on the shoulders, set in sterling silver, finished off with rhodium. And you have this available in sizes 5 through size 10. That's a very pretty piece, a very anytime, anywhere, any age appropriate piece. Ladies, if you prefer a more petite profile, this one has some visual staying power because you accomplish that demure sort of petite profile, but at the same time, that moissanite halo just encircles that blush tourmaline, and boy, it brings your focus in. I'm telling you, in. Retail value on blush tourmaline, and blush tourmaline can be a little challenging because the family of tourmaline is notorious for some extra moodiness in the color. Maybe it comes off as a little bronzy too much, maybe a little silvery gunmetalish, a little grayish too much. You're going to find beautiful color balance on every single item. Take a look at it again. Isn't that spectacular? Now, everyday price at Shop LC is well beyond what you might see at retail, several $100s. Our everyday price on this is $79. Here's the thing. At $79, grab your size while you can, because we are about to do something wonderful. You type in Live 25, your savings is instant, still in the free shipping zone. It goes from $79 to $59, all right? And your budget pay goes from $20, oh my goodness, to $15. And here's the best part, my friends. Free shipping and handling, and no interest on those budget pays. Your first interest-free payment of just $79, and you start the ball rolling. You start the collection building. The first step in the momentum of building a monumentally beautiful collection. And you can see, I mean, this one shows up. Beautiful piece, very subdued, very elegant, but still has a grace and sophistication that goes far beyond the 3/4 carat total weight here. All right, so get in on this one while you can. They're beautiful pieces. The Dream Team live stream customer care, 888-837-2236. Absolutely beautiful on that. Only about 7 dozen of those, 79 beautiful pieces, but just absolutely gorgeous, wonderfully appropriate in any place. I cannot think of a time that would not be appropriate. In fact, let me just throw this out. There are pieces in this collection for the next couple of hours that are so beautifully priced that you might find that you're picking up a few holiday gifts right now. I'm serious. I mean, you can give your granddaughter, let's just talk about the 25% savings. It gets your overall price down to $59. You can give any gal on your wish list, your gift list, you can give $60, and that's a substantial present. I mean, that's a substantial amount. But when you take $60 and you turn it into something that has staying power, something that has presence, you've changed the value of that $60. I mean, you have literally doubled down, tripled down. I don't even know what that's going to be worth in a lifetime. Maybe that's her first piece of big girl jewelry. Or maybe that's an acknowledgement for somebody near and dear to you that's achieved a goal, reached a milestone, needs a little pick-me-up, a little retail therapy, right? Goodness gracious, what a statement. You seriously, you have vault choice in this collection for the next 2 hours. 888-835-2237 for personal shoppers. You start there. Now you've got the foundation for a beautiful wardrobe of gorgeous blush tourmalines. Now you can come back in and add a pair of earrings. Now you can add a beautiful bracelet, a gorgeous pendant. Seriously, a beautiful ring in blush tourmaline is such a wonderful foundation to start your collection. Okay, from $79 to $59, from $20 to $15, and you're not even making 5 payments. You make 1 payment today, we'll ship it to you free, and that's the start of only making 3 more payments. Let's see, is this still July, October, November, December? By the time 2027 rolls around, whoo-hoo, you're free and clear. You own them all. You're done. Oh my gosh. Okay, love these songs so much. Coming up next, DeJoy Premium Blush Tourmaline, a beautiful pair of earrings. These also have white zircons. Total carat weight here is a carat 30. And if you'll forgive me for just a bit, I'm just going to hold it up to my ear so you can sort of get an idea of what it looks like on an ear for a much better image. Click the box below where Caroline already has it pinned. It'll take you to the full photo album, including a model wearing this lovely piece, so you can get the perspective you need. Now, Dynamite comes in small packages, right? And so does Dynamite Blush Tourmaline. This is not a very big piece. Again, it's not over the top. It's very finished. You've got lots of brightness to that. Look at that profile, so classic. But here's the thing. We're going to start you out at $99.99. Now keep in mind, this is twice of the resources and the goods and the labor that would have to be used in order to produce a ring. So you're essentially buying 2 beautiful rings, 1 for each ear. It seems like $99 should be the price. It almost seems like that should be the price per earring. By the way, just to let you know, 8 reviews in total, average 4.5 stars. Beautiful post. You've got the comfort backs. I love these backs because they are so adjustable and they're so easy to put on. Changes the way an earring fits on the ear. Uh-oh, hold on. Well, you know what? I'll find it later. Let me just borrow this one. While small, this is what Diane says, okay? Verified buyer. Diane says, while small, entirely big enough as I've paired it with a blush tourmaline pendant. Not easy to match, but it sounds like she's done great. Donnell B, a U.S. buyer, says, beautiful. Okay, hold on. I'm shaking, I'm quaking. Let me get this in my ear for you. Okay, gotta try this on. 8 reviews, average of 5.5 stars. That's a really wonderful level of recommendation. Margaret, love these earrings. Nice sparkle and comfortable to wear all day. Yes. Oh, Diane. Come on, get my job, Diane. A touch of class and elegance. Sparkly and classy. The blush is a lovely pale pink. Very nice. And you see, the other thing about this color is that this color just looks good on everybody. It's a beautiful color. Really, really nice. Point up, point down. You wear them according to whatever suits your jawline, your preference. I mean, there's just no wrong way to wear these. $99.99. You type in live 25. You're still in the free shipping zone. Don't worry about that. But your price goes down to $75. $75. What a deal. Your budget pay goes from 25 all the way down to 18. And there are only 4 budget pays. So we're talking a very quick turnaround before you get to paid in full. Yeah. And again, All of those reviews are on this piece, and they were all completely unsolicited, spontaneous expressions of joy and quality that our shoppers were kind enough to share with us and with you. I hope those reviews are helpful as you're shopping, as you're marking off your pieces. This is a place where you shop with confidence because you've got such an amazing selection, and you've got the confidence of proven, verified shoppers that are sharing their unique experience. Blush Tourmaline, altogether you've got a carat 30, so about 65 points in each ear. Not a huge overpowering profile, but still enough to be a real showstopper when it comes to lighting up your profile. All right, one good pair of earrings deserves another. We're going to give you an opportunity to pick up a very similar profile. In this case, we're going to give you a set of ovals. Also a carat 30, premium blush tourmaline with white zircons. You've got the sparkle stud earrings. This has 18 karat yellow gold vermeil on top of sterling silver. This is beautiful. Altogether, this is going to be about 1/3 of an inch, and I love that. I agree. I love that back because it's so comfortable, and you don't have to find a notch. You ever had that thing happen where you're trying to use, a butterfly back, and that relies on finding a notch, that little seat in the post where the butterfly back is supposed to be, but somehow that doesn't give you the right place on your ear? Everybody's earlobe is not the same thickness. I love these because they are universally adjustable. You can move this up and down along the post until it's just earring perfection on your earlobe. Classy. Smaller, but I hate to use the word dainty because to me dainty implies, well, you might not always see it. We're going to do the same price on this, from $99 down to $75. This one also has 4 budget pays. That means your budget pay is a steal. Your budget pay on this goes from $25 down to $18. So your choice. Gosh, at this rate, I hope that I've tempted you to get one of each. I really do. These are beautiful. The first thing that comes to mind when I see these, and I don't know, you tell me. First thing that comes to mind is average spend as thank you gifts for bridesmaids and attendants at particular events. Average spend, $150. You're down to $75, and the bonus is you have a beautiful thank you that becomes an instant treasure that the people who helped you celebrate can wear for the rest of their lives. It's a beautiful remembrance, and these are so beautifully made. All right, from $99 to $75, the budget pay from $25 to $18, 4 budget pays. You make your first payment today, you have locked in that 25% savings, and in addition to that, you've got a full 30-day review period. That is so important. We only have 44 sets of those pear shapes. The pear shape was accented with white zircon. The oval is accented with white zircon, and we've got one more pair of earrings in the set coming up, and these have an entirely different presentation. Very, very expensive findings on these. This will be item number 4. This is a piece that has no separate earring back. In fact, you've got a fold over mounting with a notch, and these are designed to give you almost a little bit of a drape, a little bit of a dangle. You've got a wraparound design that holds in that gorgeous oval in the center, and the accent stones here are actually moissanite. So you've got the crisscross design on these. Let me see if I can hold them for you. Crisscross design showing up beautifully. These are de joy, so you do have the 18 karat rose gold vermeil on top of the sterling silver, and here's how the back works. There's a little hinge down here at the bottom, and it just opens and closes. You've got a little notch in the post. You simply fold it up, fold it over, lock it in, and you're ready to go. In this series, we have 44 pieces, so not a lot of these to go around, but they are just absolutely lovely. Instant earring classic. You've got the fold over design with the oval in the center, so again, a beautiful piece where, if you've said to yourself, gosh, you know what, whatever the earring backs are, I wish there was something else besides having to fuss with an earring back. And this is also going to fit differently on the ear. The other studs are designed to really kind of be front and center on your earlobe. This is going to drape a little bit off. So it may look and feel just a tiny bit like a hoop earring, but you've got that sort of hug your earlobe kind of fold over clasp at the bottom. Very balanced, very graceful, very beautiful. These are pinned at the bottom for you with only 44 up for grabs, and they are item number 4. Item number 4. Price on these, total carat weight is about 75 points, including the blush tourmaline and the moissanite. Your price in 4 budget pays goes from $109 altogether with a $27.50 budget pay. Type in live 25, and for the next 48 hours, they're yours for $82, and your budget pay goes from $27 to $20. And you have only 4 budget pays. Long-term love, long-term pretty, long-term gorgeous, and a very, very manageable and short-term interest-free payment plan. Look at how gorgeous those are. Let me hold these up all together for you. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do that because the other one, I lost the earring back on, and I'm not going to dig around for it. So there you go. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining the live streams. There'll be one more live stream coming up today. Our weekend live stream schedule is 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. Now, during the week, Monday to Friday, we have an 8 a.m. and a 10 a.m. Then we have 2, 6, and 8 p.m. So 5 shows every single day. You can go back and re-watch those on your mobile app, or you can also go back and re-watch them on shoplc.com. But you can tune in while they're happening. You can tune in and be part of our live stream shows on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and now on X. You know what? Until I came in and said, we're streaming on X, I didn't even know you could stream on X. I had no clue. I mean, the venues never cease to amaze me. The way that we can be connected is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this one, wowzers, what a gorgeous piece. There's a certain, I mean, the minute that I see that, and I think it's because of this little element with the 3 stacked baguettes in the vertical like that, sort of gives you the impression of a tiara. You know, they're gorgeous. Of course, you can't not see the heart shape in the middle. This is finished off with a 20-inch chain, and you do get that gorgeous lobster claw clasp on there as well. Again, one of those small but mighty designs, 65 points total. This is the Romance heart design in 20 inches on the chain, 18 karat rose gold vermeil, which is, honestly, can we just all agree that rose gold and blush color tourmaline are just, I mean, that is such a beautiful pairing. The rose gold is such an elegant finish, and it's one that you don't see very often. You know, because we do the sourcing and the designing and the manufacturing, we can give you some choices on the regular that a lot of folks don't include. Not always an option. Now, the center stone is going to be a 1/2 carat. You've got the surrounding halo of white moissanites, and you also have the baguettes on the top, and they're moissanites as well. Every aspect of this is just absolutely beautifully polished. There's the back side. You can see that incredible, beautiful, shiny surface, which tells you that the piece is just polished wonderfully. The rose gold is on every single item. I mean, it's on the inner, on the outer, it's on the surround, completely finished with rose gold. All right, word to the wise. We have 98. 98. And again, this is, I'm going to tell you right now. Shouldn't say again, I should just tell you. Should just be straightforward. The holidays are coming. This is July, almost August. Everybody, I mean, school supplies are in every store. Even the grocery store has a little nook covered up with, you know, 3-ring binders and spiral notebooks and folders and pens and erasers. Time is marching by, my friends. The holidays will be here before you can say tinsel, okay? They're coming. You start early and you watch the live streams and the regular shows here at Shop LC. You get to cherry pick the deals. You're not just scrunched into 72 hours on Black Friday weekend, those 3 frantic days after Thanksgiving. Start your shopping early. And you may not know what you're going to, you know, give every single gift recipient yet, but stay open to your options because we've got a lot of very smart ways to go ahead and get gifts chosen and decided for your favorite people for the holiday season. This is exactly it. You don't know a ring size, you're not sure what shape of an earring somebody likes. Giving a beautiful pendant with a lovely sewn like blush color tourmaline is just a sure thing. I mean, this is one of those pieces that just looks great every time, all the time. Okay, let's talk about savings. Let's talk about savings. Retail on stones like this, because of their color, because of the purity of that color, because they have such gorgeous, wonderful colors. And blush is a challenging color, y'all. It's a little bit of a conundrum. Your regular start price here at Shop LC is $139. Your budget pay, 5 of those interest free. Man, what a pretty piece. $28 is your budget pay. When you choose Live 25 as your savings coupon for today, guess what? Your price goes from $139. You're going to save 25% between now and the next 48 hours. You still get the budget pay. You still get all of the savings. You still get free shipping. But guess what? Shop with us on the 49th hour. That coupon is no longer valid. Live 25. It's a 48-hour opportunity. So Caroline, can you believe the math on this? Your budget pay goes from $28, and that's interest free. There's no qualifying, there's no credit check, no credit reporting. That's just the arrangement among us friends. Your budget pay goes from $28 to $21. Your overall savings is significant, from $139 down to $104. That's a $35 savings. You get a 5 interest-free budget pay option if you want, if you choose. It's a really smart way to help you buy wonderful things and keep your budget on point at the same time. We only regret the things that we don't do. So don't let these opportunities slip by you. They are really gorgeous. And you know, to get an assortment, an array of tourmalines, this color, that have this level of clarity and beautiful richness on the color, and I do mean rich because you're getting such gorgeous pinky bronze colors on these. That's the signature color that you want when you're talking about blush tourmaline. Okay, you've got a love knot ring coming up next, and oh my gosh, another beautiful piece. The center stone is so pretty. This is going to be item number 6. All of these are very limited in quantity. I'm looking at these, and we really do not have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. In fact, in many of these, we only have a few. This is a case in point. We only have 52 of these, 4.5 dozen, and we're done with those. So it really is a big deal. Now, this is moissanite, and that love knot design in and of itself is just absolutely legendary. It's beautiful. You know, when you're talking about energetically the power of pink, it's a color that's said to smooth out the emotional rough edges. It's a stone of calmness. It's a stone related to love, to affection, to our heart. And at the same time, wow, it's related to loving your wallet at this point. Your regular price on this is $139.99, only 52. We currently have several sizes, I believe from 5 to size 10. Yes, please and thank you. But here's the thing, if you need a size 9, we only have 6 of them. I mean, you're talking about scarce, very scarce. Budget pay is beautiful. Your budget pay right now is our regular price is $139.99. But when we apply the budget pay, oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. Your regular price on this is $129. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. $129.99. Let's see. Do I have the right one? Yes, I do. $129.99. All right, my friends. A wonderful piece. Rose gold vermeil on top of sterling silver. Your budget pay goes all the way down to about $20, a little bit less than $20 on the budget pay. 5 budget pays are waiting for you, I think there. Please reach out to the personal shoppers, 888-837-2235. 888-837-2235 on that.
Let's check that number again.
Yeah, is that right?
No.
Oh, 888-837-2235. 223. What is it?
Behind you.
2237. I wrote it down wrong. 835. I got it backwards. I did some transpositioning. Sorry about that. This is the right number. I had the wrong number. 888-835-2237. Okay. Thank you, Caroline. How do you say you're absolutely wrong without saying you're absolutely wrong? You say, oh, check the numbers. Thank you very much. Instead of going, hey, you messed it up again. I have so many numbers in my head all the time. It's crazy. Free shipping is available on this as well. You are also in the free shipping zone, and you are also in the 30-day review zone as well. So you have a whole 30 days to take a look at this. And maybe share it with your special someone. Maybe your special someone is you. From you to you is a great way. You know, I know a lot of us are in that zone where you have a hurdle, right? It might be something like, I've got a car payment, I got a student loan payment, I'm still paying off my braces. I got to get my dog's teeth cleaned. I mean, there's so many ways. There's so many impediments that we just say, no, not yet. And it seems like, doesn't it, that we are forever waiting for that right time, that right moment, when is my right now? When is it going to be my turn? Who is it? Toby Keith. They want to talk about me. Want to talk about want to talk about number one. This is the place and the time that you do it. But here's the thing, you do it with a certain freedom where nothing else suffers. I mean, so many times we sort of think it's either or. It's I have that obligation. I've got to do that thing that I'm required, or I have to skip out on that and have a little fun. Just throw caution to the wind. That is never our intention here. We give you pieces that you should feel 100% comfortable just dropping into your budget. I mean, breaking it down to 5 interest-free budget pay so that you can see the maths, to use the common phrase, where it really makes sense, where you don't have to wait, okay? You don't have to wait. These things are yes, please, and thank you. And remember, our personal shoppers at 888-835-2237 would love to help you. Maybe just choose one beautiful piece for your review, or maybe this is your first step in building a beautiful collection. Really, you should think about that. I'm just throwing that out there at your own pace, of course, at whatever works for you. But don't miss these deals. They're just really, really spectacular. Okay, we are going to, as Emerald would say, we're going to kick it up a notch, right? We're going to kick it up a notch. We're calling this a promise ring. Now, Caroline, if I said it was a promise ring, what would you think? What's the first thing that comes to your head? First thing. Don't hold back.
I don't know. I think it makes a great promise ring.
Promise ring is, for my generation, it was like the pre-engagement ring. You know, this is like, okay, we're going to try this out. It was sort of like you're in between going steady, and you've been doing that for a long time. So you're trading in, you're going to give him back his class ring, and he's going to give you a wonderful piece of real jewelry. And then you're sort of working your way up to the official engagement ring. Does it still mean that for the younger crowd? Does it still mean that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it?
So, I mean, I've never gotten a promise ring from anybody. So.
I've never gotten a promise ring either, but that's okay. I didn't, that's all right.
But yeah, I feel like that's what that means.
Oh my goodness, what was that?
I feel like that's what that means, yeah.
Yeah. Now there's another interpretation for a promise ring. In some circles in today's world, a promise ring is something that a dad gives a daughter. And that says, promise me you are going to practice abstinence in your personal life until you find the right person. That's another interpretation of promise ring. You know what, another interpretation that I've read recently, a promise ring is something where you say to yourself, I promise myself that wherever I am and whatever I'm going through, I'm just going to be right there in that space. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to be fearful. I'm going to promise myself that I'm just going to be there. And that's a wonderful thing, because you know, if it's part of the philosophy of filling your own cup so you can be of service to everybody else. I've got the stick-to-itness, and I've got the patience, and I've got the intestinal fortitude to just be where I am right now. Okay? I like that one, by the way. All right, $169. Now, here's where there's a disconnect. That's an 89 point blush tourmaline. And did you check out that color? I mean, it's beautiful. It's rich. It's got that wonderful pink, and then it's got that little bit of effervescence that comes from the secondary sort of champagne blush that these stones are so treasured for. On the side, guess what? You got heart-shaped moissanites. So what a wonderful accent to add to a promise ring, whether it's you and your person, or Papa Bear to baby daughter, or whether it's you to yourself. Doesn't matter. The promise is there's something important, and this is a token and a reminder of that treasured thought. Okay, not many of these. Now, this is item number 7. It's already pinned for you below. We do have sizes 5 through 10. Of course, it's in rose gold vermeil over sterling silver. All right, this is number 7. Your everyday price on almost a carat in that center stone is $169. Okay, $169. When you type in live 25 at $169, your payment is $34, and you only have 5 payments. It's not a forever, oh my gosh, I'm locked in until my student loan is paid off kind of promise. It's short, it's sweet, it's done. 5 payments. However, for the next 48 hours, you can save 25% off of that. It goes from $169 down to $127. And your budget pay goes under $1 a day. Your budget pay goes from $34 to $25. Yeah. Yeah. This might be your promise to yourself that says, you know what? I'm just going to promise that whenever I feel like I need something really gorgeous and I've got the urge to get my walking shoes on and go out to the mall and look at all the high price stuff and hear all the hype and I'm going to promise myself that I will shop LC first and see what I can get at a really great value. That's a promise, y'all. That's a promise. We promise that we're going to be here for you to take care of you and make your experience wonderful all the time. 2 heart-shaped moissanites on the side really fill out that silhouette, and man, what a gorgeous look that is. So pretty. That color is just so nice. Looks expensive, guys. It really does. Okay. It's not. It's doable. It's affordable. It's beautifully balanced. Option number 2, you've got the Romance Heart Ring, and this one would match beautifully. Let me just show you something here. Woohoo, look at this. Now, this is a piece that we did earlier. So this pendant,
Will be abundant.
what is that?
So this will be abundant.
Really? Oh, okay, and this pendant, did we do that? This is number 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. You have a bundle and save. When you do a bundle and save, and you're shopping when you're shopping on the web, you get a chance to do a bundle and save. Bundle and save means we have pieces that are basically made from the same mold, and you can see that. So you've got that gorgeous kind of tiara design with those standing baguettes on the bail. This is number 5. We just did it, and now you've got that same design as the shoulders of the matching ring. Take a look at that. Here are the beautiful. These turned over on the bail, and they're standing moissanite baguettes. It's so pretty. All right. The ring itself is $169.99. Let me go back and get my notes here. All right, so $169.99, right? Okay, $169. The pendant, which we did as item number 5, I do not remember the price on that, but it's pinned below. Your bundle and save opportunity is only on the web. The ring will go from $169 if you type in live 25. It goes from $169 to $127, and your budget pay goes from $34 to $25. Now, here's the thing. When you bundle and save, hold on, excuse me. They have a sneeze coming. I'm going to try to stop that. Okay, I think we're good. Bundle and save means that you can take the pendant at $139 and bundle it with the ring in the size that you need. Your total would be $309 for both. Well, all 3, because your chain is included, of course. This was item 5. This right now is item number 8, all right? But you can bundle and save, which means when you do that, you save an extra 10% right off the bat. So your price goes from $309 to $278. From from $309 to $278. Fantastic. But because we're in live stream, there's a super special rare savings moment that's about to go down right now. Now you click both of them in your shopping cart. You get the bundle and save, which brings the price of both of them down to $278. Now $278 goes all the way down to $209. So if you just split $209 into half, that's I'm going to round up, 105 and 105. This one is $139. This one is $169. But here's the great part. You also have a budget pay option, which is interest free. You click them both. You get the bundle and save. You get the live 25, and you get 5 interest-free budget pays. Wow! Your budget pay for both is $41.85. $41.85. That's both of them. The both of them together. Wow. Okay, where do we start out? 309. 309 down to 209. That's $100. Wow, that's $100. You know what that means? That means you could go back if you wanted to and add the pear-shaped earrings because they're less than $100. It's like getting those for free. You see what we do with $1? You see how we build in the savings in every single piece? Word to the wise, there's not a lot of these, so there's 6 or 7 dozen, and that's going to be it. So man, just grab them while you can. Seriously, blush tourmaline is so distinctive, and it's such a gorgeous color. It's a little bit like pink morganite. It's a little bit more golden. I think it's got a little bit more of kind of a sun-kissed kind of color to it because it's just got that little bit of a bronzy color. But at the same time, it's got depth of color. I mean, you see it. It looks wonderful on the hand. Okay, we're going to be moving on. Bundle and save. $278 goes down to $209. Your budget pay for both of them is $41.85. That's a steal. And there are 5 payments, and it's interest-free. And it just doesn't get any better. That's our best deal. Come on in and grab them. We want you to celebrate and save and collect and enjoy. That's what it's all about. That's our whole motto, delivering joy. D''J''O''Y. Seems a little crazy, and it is by traditional retail standards, certainly not the norm in today's marketplace. But we are absolutely passionate about sharing gemstones from across the world, across the globe. Our extensive connections built over decades in this industry really work every single day for you. And it doesn't matter what your favorite color is, what your favorite profile is, doesn't matter what you're naturally drawn to. Heck, with these prices, if this is something that you would never in a million years, you would just go, no, I got to get the good, I can only focus on what I can afford. And I just, sometimes you don't have wiggle room. Sometimes you just don't have any wiggle room. You got to put the blinders on because when it comes to a luxury item, you it's an unwritten rule. I'm just going to get one of those. That's my fancy necklace. That's my fancy ring. That all goes by the wayside because you have so much freedom to shop and enjoy and be playful and have fun. We take all the stress out of it by bringing every single layer, every single process under one roof. One of, if not the largest gemstone buyers and traders across the globe. And every single piece that we offer for you, again, shows you how powerful those relationships have become after 40 years in this industry. The world is changing fast, my friends. Most people don't have the resources, the connections to do what we do, and that is work with wonderfully talented teams in the process to create these beautiful pieces that hopefully will be in your family heirloom treasured collection for generations. That's the intention. All right, this one is set in rose gold on top of sterling silver. But wait a second, what are those extra stones in there, you might add? This is going to be item number 9. This, I would love to think that you would just go back and click on this one so that you can actually go back and look at the photo album on this because it is a remarkable combination. These are surrounded with all natural savorite garnets. These beautiful little evergreen stones are from the Savo River region. That's right there in the Savo River Park. very close in that area between Ethiopia and Kenya. So it's a very, very beautiful stone. In the family of garnets, it's immeasurably rare. It's very unusual. And yes, it is all natural with no treatments whatsoever. If you are a lover of green gemstones and you are not owning Severite garnet, stop and rethink and add these beautiful stones to your collection. This will include a 20-inch chain and a lobster claw clasp, and for quantity's sake, 42 of them. This is one of the things I think that's one of the unspoken talents of our design team. They understand color theory. They know how to build things that are beautiful and complicated and rich and easy to wear and so wonderfully tailored. You know, knowing where to put the accent stones and what color they should be and how they should work together and what quantity. The balance on this is just beautiful. $239.99 is your everyday price on this, okay? 48 hours from now, it's gonna go back to $239. It's an incredible deal at $239 compared to $1,213, who knows, $1,400 at retail. $239 is an incredible value. And it proves to you that we have put everything in place, every process, every preparation to give you that kind of savings. You have 5 budget pays already. They shape out at $48 per budget pay. When you drop this in your cart and you type in Live 25, your price goes from $239 to $179, just like that. Your budget pay goes from $48 to $36. That's a $12 savings, which is locked in, and that will show up on every single budget pay. Very nice. 5 budget pays of $48. It's a beautiful piece. The center tanzanite combined with the accent stones, the Severite garnet, and those beautiful, gorgeous white accents as well. The whole piece weighs in at 1.35 carats, which is shocking because this has the look and the feel and the personality of something that really, in gemstone carat weight, looks like it should be twice that. Use of style, smart purchasing power, in-house design, in-house production, in-house finishing, every single aspect of these pieces done in-house with the deliberate and spoken intention of giving you the look and feel of something that's a bespoke piece, and also deliberately created to give you an incredible savings opportunity. And I think these pieces, more than anything else today, are really just nailing it. Seriously, nailing it. That's what it looks like. And those beautiful little Severite garnets are all natural. Isn't that spectacular? So gorgeous. Your chain's included, by the way, so if you've got a special gift recipient in mind and you wanted to do bill to, ship to, send them that beautiful necklace and send me the bill and it won't be spoken of again. You could easily do that. You could do bill to, ship to, get the live stream price, take the 5 budget pays, and we'll deliver it to their doorstep in just a matter of days. It's a really wonderful opportunity. These pieces are some of my favorite because they are so distinctive. This is just not the norm. You know, regular retail jewelry is not designed out there on the highways and the byways. It's not designed to be something that takes chances. And that's one way of looking at it. My take on that is you're losing creative opportunities. When you've got 30, 40, 50, 60 designers working for you behind the scenes, and you can throw in this really gorgeous piece, you can tell from the get-go that this is something that's got a little extra fun built in. Let's put some Severite garnets around there just for fun, because those are 2 beautiful warm tones that just look so wonderful together. That's exactly what you deserve. You deserve fun. You deserve playful. You deserve freedom from crushing retail prices and long-term payments and lots of extra added interest. Got it for you right here. Shop LC, not just in the live stream shows, but every single day. Yeah, every single day in this collection. Okay, we're going to go you one further. One good, playful, whimsy fun deserves another. Look at that. We've got the matching ring with Severite garnet and all the sparkle of that moissanite. The blush tourmaline is about 3/4 of a carat, but that pear shape really spreads out that weight and makes it look so much heavier. So you get the richness in the presentation of a stone that really almost looks twice that size, but at the same time, it's just so beautifully done. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Let me show you the lobster claw clasp here really quick. There you go. I wanted to show you that. I love these clasps because they are rounded on the edge. Now, there is the matching ring, my friends. What a looker, and it's beautiful. All right, we're going to do this. The ring is, let's see, $239. Oh, the ring is $229. Okay, $229. Same Savorite garnets, same whimsy, same design, very playful back and forth on the color palette there. And the thing that I think there's, when I look at this piece, you know, I'm not a person who has the talent to think in gentle strokes of color accents. I'm more of a broad stroke person when it comes to artistic endeavors. The finesse of putting these colors together is just spectacular. You know, the question is, how do you know when there's enough sprinkles on the cupcake? You just know. And I look at that sense and sensibility combined with the whimsy and the artistic execution of this design, right down to the colors and the gemstones, and I think, you know, I love it. I never would have thought of that, and it's just done perfectly execution. Okay, here we go. Your $229 when you type in live 25 goes all the way down to $172. Your budget pay goes from $46 to $34. Savings locked in, interest-free budget pays, and oh my goodness. $239 on the pendant chain combo, $229 on the ring. Bundle and save brings it to $469. Okay, bundle and save gets it down to $469. These are items 9 and 10 respectively. From $469, bundle and save saves you 10%, goes down to $422. Then the $422 gets dropped into your shopping cart because you're going to check both of those. Then what happens is your $422 gets an extra 25%. Wow. I mean, at retail, you're looking at $2,300, $2,400, $2,500 worth of items here. And you're taking them home for $317. And I get it. There are people out there watching us every single day that say, that can't be true. There ain't no way. That's an impossibility. And I would say to you, you know, that old adage, where there's a will, there's a way. Remember, this is not everyday average sourcing. This is not everyday average brick and mortar in every mall across the country. This is just common sense. What do we do to our process as a company to maintain this kind of accessibility to rare and exotic treasures? It's simple. Keep the costs low. Work with the retail, work with the sources, whether it's a mine source or a dealer, whether we're making contacts at international gem and jewelry shows, whether we're just going back and working in the circles where we've been working for 4 decades. You've got lots and lots of things at play. But the bottom line is every single aspect of that is designed to give you rare, exotic, and collectible and fun at an incredibly low price. And I get it. I mean, I look at this prices and you know, there was a time after I left the jewelry district in Chicago that I would have said, I mean, I still had a few clients and they would call from time to time and say, hey, I'm looking for this. Can you find me that? And I would say, sure, I'll give you a try. There's no way, even with known sources that I knew, people that I knew in the industry 20 or 30 years ago, there's no way I could have done this back then in just a single piece. I would have had to find the matching stones, major task, would have had to call all over town. Then I would have had to have a jeweler build the mold, first of all sketch the design, then probably hand carve a wax model, and then go through the casting process, the finishing process, lots and lots of time, invested, lots and lots of hands-on. It would be a very expensive process. And today, flash forward 30 years, 3 decades, and I still am just overjoyed that finally somebody has the track record, the connections, and just the sheer stubbornness and determination to make this happen by design. By design. Your budget pay is $63 for both of these, including the chain, and you still have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, your budget pay at 5 budget pays for $469 would be about $90. Okay, so by bundling and save, you've doubled down, you've tripled down, you've interest free, you have everything at your fingertips. $63.44, and if you get these home, you've got the 30-day window so that you can really you'll fall in love with these pieces. I mean, you will seriously just fall in love with them because they are that remarkable. All right, my friends, we're going to keep this show going. Lots and lots of beautiful things. When you see the piece that pops up on your screen, just say yes. You have an internal instinct that tells you which pieces you love. Just follow it. Follow your heart. Let your brain work out the math. Shop with your heart, and you'll do fine with us here at Shop LC. All right, coming up next, something that might be a special occasion piece, but also something that has a certain level of distinctive presence to it. We only have about 4.5 dozen of these. We're calling this the leaf and vine necklace, but this particular overall design is very often referred to as the princess necklace, and I don't know why it's called that. Maybe it's something, this is another one I look at. Caroline, did you watch Bridgerton at all?
Yes, I did.
Does this say a little bit of Bridgerton to you?
It does.
It does. Very much a period-inspired story and period-inspired wardrobe. Not necessarily historically correct, but this is exactly the profile. And I thought they did such a great job with the costumes and the presentations and the accessorizing. Every gal, every lady had on a beautiful piece of jewelry. And it was done exactly like this. Very tasteful, very elegant, very sophisticated. A little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Can I say restraint? Would that be a good word? It's not over the top, but at the same time, wow. It's like, wow, look at what she's wearing. Because it's stunning. Now, we talked about pink sapphire earlier. Pink sapphire has a little bit of a color palette, and when you pair blush tourmaline and pink sapphire, I mean, overdrive, right? 18 karat rose gold vermeil. So you've got sterling silver. The entire piece is cast and finished in sterling silver, and then it goes through that wonderful overlay process of 18 karat rose gold. But those pink sapphires, right? Don't they add a little bit of, they just add, not sizzle. The pink sapphires, I think, Caroline, sizzle is so overt, right? This adds, you tell me if I'm wrong, Caroline, this adds a little smolder, right?
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, smolder is the more dramatic, quiet version of sizzle, okay? Not a bad thing at all, not a bad thing. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Okay, let's talk about the fire of savings. Everyday price, are you kidding me? At $239 compared to a retail of conservatively $1,200? Yeah, absolutely. This has a beautiful V-shaped design. Ladies, oh my goodness. This is a piece, if you're getting ready to go, and you know, it can take us a year or more to get ready for, I don't know, the 30th, the 10th. Some people are, you know, getting ready for the 10-year reunion or the 20 or the 30 or the 40. Doesn't matter. This is a hottie. It's really, really nice. Now, oh, look at that. That shows up. Excuse me, I'm shopping. How wonderful would it be? You've got somebody who's, you've got a big sweet 16. You know, we used to call them a cotillion or a debut, right? Maybe you've got somebody in mind that this would look absolutely fantastic for their quinceañera or their bat mitzvah or their christening or their baptism or their first communion. All of those. Maybe you know somebody who just needs a little something, something special on any day that ends in Y. Yeah, my favorite holiday, truthfully, any day that ends in Y. Because if you don't celebrate a little bit every day, Some people say, well, tomorrow's another day, get up and do it again. You don't get to do it over. Again implies that you're doing it over. There are no do-overs. Tomorrow is a brand new day. You either get her done or you don't. What is it? You do or you do not, right? There is no try. So true. So true, okay? All right, $239. Love the ribbon design on the sterling silver. I'm going to turn this upside down so you can see how beautiful the back is. I do get a little obsessive about showing off the back of pieces because, you know, it's so easy to skip out on the details. And look at the light. I mean, the light just shines on that. And do you know what it takes to get that kind of shimmer and shine on the back side of a piece? Obsessive attention to detail. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. Let's talk about your details, okay? Premium blush tourmaline. Let's see. Premium blush tourmaline. Pink sapphires. This is going to be item 11, okay? And it has a budget pay. This is 18 to 20 inches, so you do, let me just show you, you do have the extender on the back, okay? And let me put it on. No, I won't put it on, but let me just show you at a smaller length. You've got a 2-inch extender here. That little V shape on the bottom, by the way, if that were a top or a dress, you would kind of call that the sweetheart neckline, that little bit of a something something. But can you imagine buying that right now? Some of you mamas are you're already stocking up on the tissues, okay, because baby girl is a senior this year, and you are nothing but squally bally right now because she's growing up, and what are we gonna do? And this is her senior year. I'm glad you're celebrating, honestly. I'm so glad that you are seriously tugging on those heartstrings. This is for the prom. This is for all those events, okay? This is for the graduation dinner. This is her senior year gift, and it is stunning. Wow, think about that. Amazing. All right, $239 is where we are every day, compared to a retail of $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. Blush tourmaline, pink sapphires, and I'm not sure if those are moissanites. They're moissanite? Okay, thought so. Thank you. Altogether 1 carat, so a very sedate, petite carat weight. But then you look at the presentation, and boy, that rocks, doesn't it? $239 is their everyday low price. Type in live 25. Your price goes down to $179. Your budget pay goes from $48 to $35. Well, 36. I'm going to round up from $48 to $36. $12 savings instantly on every single budget pay. This is another one, Caroline, that I think would be so beautiful on any neckline of any bridesmaid, regardless of what the gown looks like. It's just stunning. Maybe you're just going to the courthouse and your sister's going to be your witness, okay? She deserves something for standing in, putting her name on the dotted line. Okay, 55 of those to go around. You know, it's fun for me to imagine how these simple pieces of, you know, metal and mineral transmute themselves into time capsules. Because really, let's be realistic. That's metal. Those are just a combination of materials that belong on the chart of elements. Silver, gold, all the particular elements that are the building blocks of tourmaline. You're looking at elements in the world that somehow miraculously came together through different geological processes, through intergalactic collisions. We wouldn't even have gold or iron if it weren't for, you know, one star hitting the other billions of years ago. The very blood that courses through our veins, the very iron that's in the blood that courses through our veins, traces itself back to an interstellar event. And then you have, in today's world, is it any wonder that we're connected to these pieces? Is it any wonder that these go far beyond just being simply pretty things? They could be simply pretty things, but I really hope you will use them as life accessories to help you enjoy the mystery and the magic that's out there. Turn off the news for a while. Really, rejoice, energize yourself, rethink the things that are important. This is where you store important memories right here, and I love that. I mean, I'm sure you all have a piece in your collection that belonged to a matriarch or maybe a patriarch of your family, and perhaps you're the incredible lucky recipient of that. Maybe it was Dad's ring, or this one belonged to my grandpa, or my granny gave me this. Whatever that scenario is. And you know what? It's important. Not because it's a bunch of stuff off the elemental chart, but it's important for all of those reasons, all of those people that touched it, that got it into your collection. That's the important stuff. That's the important stuff. All right, we're going to keep you going with importance, with a whole bunch of fun. With a whole bunch of fun sprinkled in, and oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna keep the smolder going, Caroline. Take a look at this. What a great piece. The center stones on the split shank, that little channel on either side, is actually filled up with baguettes. Now, normally, regular retail design promise on that is going to throw in just some round brilliants. And they might be zircons, they might be cubic zirconia, they might be moissanite. They're just going to drop. That's the normal. Just round white stones, boom, done. But look at this. This is a split shank design because these two pieces are just a little bit offset. And that little bit of a transfer between one side and the other really draws your eye into that pink tourmaline, that beautiful blush. But now, look at this little ribbon, this little pink sass showing up. It's not exactly the same design as that beautiful sweetheart necklace, but it's definitely got the same personality, the same vibe. And there you go, you have that sassy addition of the pink sapphires that really light up that center, beautiful, glowing blush tourmaline. Yeah, this is gorgeous. What was that line in, I think it was Steel Magnolias, and Shelby was picking out the colors for her wedding. Do you remember that, Caroline? That might be before your time.
I actually watched that recently.
Did you? Do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember what Shelby's colors were for her wedding? And I tell you, you're going to remember it. It's going to go bam. You're going to remember it.
Yep, you're going to have to remind me.
Blush and bashful.
Yep.
And what did her mom say? Played by Sally Field. I think her mom was like, "That's pink and pink." She goes, "No, it's blush and bashful." One of my favorite lines of all time. And Shelby held the line, by golly, and she had her blush and bashful. There is no doubt about it. I would call this bashful and sassy. I might call it something else entirely. But it's such a great pairing. Look at that on the hand. Super easy to wear and very much everyday wearable. You've got a nice low profile on the side. The center stone, half a carat, so it definitely shows up. It's a calibrated 6x4 oval. Of course, you have the sweep of the pink sapphire on either side. On the exterior of that split shank design, and then those gorgeous baguettes, channel set end to end in the middle. You might not ever know what's different about that, but the minute that you see it, because of the color combination, because of the way that the stones are placed and positioned and set, you automatically recognize this as something that's beyond the average, beyond the everyday. And this is not going to break the bank. I promise you, this is so affordable. Retail on this, if I saw this with the pink sapphires added, if I saw this for $1,100, $1,200, $1,400, I'm going to recognize, I'm going to say hats off. That's a really beautiful piece. Very well designed, something different. In a world where it seems like everything is wash, rinse, and repeat. Wait, I'm in another jewelry store. What is this one? Because it all looks the same. We give you the variety that you are hungry for, that you crave, that you honestly, that you just deserve. You do deserve the variety. You just thought you weren't a collector. We're giving you collectorability today, I promise you. $249 is our start price on that piece. This is item number 12. It's pinned for you below. There's an entire lookbook behind the scenes, a photo album of all these gorgeous designs, and we have sizes 6 through 10. Now, I've just been showing you on my ring finger, but any of these pieces would be lovely as a pointer, for sure. As a middleman, yes. And some of you are you're gonna pink it out, fine. And some of you super non-traditionalists are gonna go there because you could. Look at that profile on a thumb. That is a low profile for all those stones. I mean, they have outdone themselves. The setting team here Way more than quad A. I mean, this is top tier. That is top tier. This is set so beautifully that even if you explained to a jeweler, no, I just want everything to be set low, and you might hunker down to express what you want. There's some folks who set stones for a living who wouldn't get it, and this is spontaneous. Look at that. Okay, so I want you, and you've got two sides here of the same thing. So I'm going to show you. Let's see. I'm going to use this pen. Pardon the pen. Caroline, you tell me. Now on this top, you've got one side. My finger works better. On this side, you have the channel set moissanites. You see how flush that setting is? Now look at this surface and compare it to the prong set stones on this side. Do you see the symmetrical height differentiation, Caroline?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and then I'm looking at the monitor so I can see. I really do. I know I get geeky. I know I get way off into the details, but listen, my friends, the details are where the value is. The details are where the distinction is. And don't even get me started about the team that sits in the room with the white paper and the overhead lights and sometimes a headset, and they're just sorting and matching stones. I did that job. I'm good at it, by the way. And I'm going to tell you, this is an A+++ job on matching those stones. Very lovely work, every aspect of that. To take that home for $37 a month for 5 months. If somebody says, how much did that set you back? You just say, what is that? Imagine this. You're somewhere. You're going back to the buffet table for another piece of chocolate cake. You just scoop that. Oh, wow, what is that? You tell them what it is. Blush tourmaline, rose gold, pink sapphires. Oof, it's getting hot in here. And they say to you, wow, how much did that set you back? If you just simply looked them in the eye right there and you said 37, the clicker is going to start clicking, the counter is going to start counting, and they're probably going to think $3,700 because it has a rich, beautiful look to it, okay? Rich, beautiful look. When I say we give you quality at every turn and every price point, I'm serious. I'm a value shopper, okay? Trust me. I am a value shopper. If I take my boot off and stand on a coin, I can tell you, is it heads or tails, okay? There is not a penny in my pocket I will not pinch to the very last moment, because value is important to me. And I know that you're in the same boat. I know that we're all in the same canoe. In today's world especially, why should you feel like you have to bail out on value just because it's a budgetary issue? Thank goodness somebody finally makes sense of it. Thank goodness somebody is not asking you for 3 months' salary because you have an important event to go to, or they're making you feel like, well, you just can't afford it. Oh no, my friends, we work really hard to bring in that affordability factor, but we don't forsake affordability. There's no corners cut here. We simply know the craft, we know the trade. We understand that different metals are beautiful and workable, and they're incredible, and they still last a lifetime, and they still make heirloom jewelry, and they make a tremendous budget on the purchasing power and value that you have right now. Every single piece that we do is an homage to you, how hard you work, how much you love your friends and your family, and your sense and sensibility for collecting. Okay, here we go. On this one, don't say I didn't warn you, okay? We have 3.5 dozen of these babies. This is, can I say this, Caroline? Is this the largest pendant we have in this collection? I think so. And I say that with all due respect because some of you can wear that depending on where you work or worship. You can wear that to any of those events anytime. This is not just a going to the fancy events piece, although it's perfectly suitable for that. This is that blend that gives you the opportunity to decide the when and the where and the how, because it's really lovely. And the center stone is very significant here. 7 by 5, so you have about 90 points on these. Now, let me just show you something on this one. Do you see the edging there? the edging is done with the scallops all the way around the edge. The easy thing to do here would have been just to make a simple straight edge, okay? But no, the scalloped edge, look at it facing forward, and now look at the side. Do you see how the light bounces off of every bit of that metal? Look at the team. Look at what the team has done. They just have made it so beautiful. And let's do 360. The back. I mean, have you ever gone to work and halfway through the day, you take a visit to the ladies' room and it's a dark colored shirt, and you take a look at yourself in the mirror and you go, holy cow, my shirt's been on inside out half of the day. I'm not the only person that's ever done that. Or you look down at your feet throughout the day and you go, wow, I have on a navy blue shoe and a black shoe. Those things happen, right? Welcome to the world of being a human. This piece is so pretty on the back that if you happen to wear that backwards for half of the day or the whole dadgum day, the polish on that is so beautiful that nobody would ever even notice. I mean, seriously, it is so rich. Oh my gosh, that's how we add value. That's how we show you. We don't, I mean, I could tell you all day long, things are well made, it's a great value, the yada yada, the blah blah. But I love showing you, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, my friends. That's 1,000 pictures, okay? Oh, and wait, hold on, wait. What are you seeing here? There she is. There she is. Beautiful accent stones. Moissanites as well. And, oh my goodness gracious, altogether a carat 50. Your blush bloom halo. And those are little prong sets using shared prongs. Oh my gosh, the edge of that setting is so thick. Wow. Okay, Caroline, can you tell me how many of the pinks there are? And by the way, regular retail on this at $1,800 is a steal. Beautiful pieces. 20 pink sapphires. Thank you. 20 pink sapphires. Now, if you wanted to pair this for just a moment, let's say you wanted to pair that with a ring. They don't have to go together, but you've got the same elements and you've got the same sort of presentation. $1,800 at retail, I wouldn't blink an eye at that, guys. You've got a very rich experience here. Sterling silver layered over with the magic of rose gold, which is the absolute perfect metal for these stones. They're just so gorgeous. And we're going to include the chain, of course, rose gold over sterling silver, 20 inches. The everyday price at Shop LC is $239, okay? $239. We have, by the way, 3.5 dozen, okay? Wow, $239. Amazing. That is such a good deal. How many of these can we send you, okay? Are you a reseller? Have you thought about the possibility, if you are a reseller, of adding this to the offerings that you bring to your clients? Are you already using somebody that requires you to spend a certain amount? You have to have a minimum value or a minimum number of pieces. We're very reseller friendly. We definitely keep it, quite nobody knows. 888-835-2237. Your budget pay on this? $239 goes down to $179. Your budget pay goes from $48 to $36. Free shipping. Everything that we brought you today has been in the free shipping zone, and they're gorgeous. I mean, really beautiful. Not, oh, that's okay, but just beautiful pieces. Deliberately well designed. There's a look at it again. This is the largest pendant that we have in the collection today, but we're going to bring you a ring next, I believe. Are you doing the ring next?
Yes.
Yes. 44 of the pendant, 1.5 dozen at $239. Wait till you see. Just wait. Oh yeah. Hold my blush tourmaline. Watch this. Item 15. No. Item 14. Getting ahead of myself. 14 on the ring. Wow. Same. There she is. Blushy, bold, boldish, bold in a very elegant way, right? Bold in a way where you see a beautiful garment that's wonderfully accessorized, or a beautiful handbag made out of leather that's just tooled, where the ornamentation is the thing that sets it apart. That's what you're looking at here in blush tourmaline, and this material is gorgeous. Now, we're going to also do $239 on the ring, I believe. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $239 on the pendant, $239 on the ring. Yeah? Yeah. Exact same profile. Exact same profile. Now, this has a shiny, unembellished veil because the shoulders have no extra stones. So the veil, which translates as the shoulders, has no extra stones. So what you have is this little decked out medallion filled with a beautiful, instantaneous, eye-catching color of blush tourmaline, and just so you know we're serious about the collectability aspect of it, pink sapphire and pink sapphire. Gorgeous colors. Same thing, $239. Your budget payment takes it down to $48. Live $25, and all of a sudden, now instead of at $239, you're at $179. Your budget pay is no longer $48. Your budget pay is $36. $72 a month, not for 36 payments, not for 24 payments. $72 a month, and you get both of them. They are matching. Gentlemen, all I can say is this is the moment. If you know her ring size, okay, just grab it, because when Black Friday rolls around, these are going to be history. They'll be gone. And I know you probably think it's 111 to 12 degrees out there. Who's thinking about Black Friday? Think about it. Black Friday is a narrow little window of time. You're running around, trying to do everything. You spend 10 days getting ready for Thanksgiving. You spend a day recovering from it, deep cleaning from your deep cleaning, and then all of a sudden Black Friday is right there. And it's only a 72-hour window. Slow down, relax, do some advanced shopping. Even if you use events like our live stream shows that just sort of cherry pick the important pieces, you have customer's choice here. You have literally the pick of the vault. And by the time that stressful little 72-hour period shows up, you can say, okay, I already got the big one out of the way. Okay, it's gorgeous. Beautiful. All right, $239 and $239, really great savings. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I would tell you on this one as well, and I don't know if it's possible. I'm just being the devil's advocate. Should I say it, Caroline? Call the personal shopper and ask about a bundle and save. Okay, it's not already set up for us, but there are many cases where that is a simple ask. Bundle and save would take that down to an extra savings for you. So please don't hesitate to do that. 888-835-2237. Boy, that's a really spectacular piece. And talk about alternate placement. Talk about that on a pointer. Let me just show you the profile there, because that's really easy to wear. It's not a big stand up tall, you have to worry about it piece. Middle of the hand, very significant on that as well. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining us. If you're not sure of your ring size, the hands change over the course of time. You've gained, you've lost, you've had a baby, you're just busy, your fitness routine has changed, and you're lifting weights more. Your diet has changed, whatever it is. Sometimes you have to stop and regroup and double check your ring size. We have a great tool called Find Your Fit. And it'll say Find Your Fit in blue, and there will be a little tiny ruler icon right next to that. You just click that, and it's really simple and easy to do that. Every single piece, guys, and gals, and ladies, and friends, and neighbors, every single piece that you buy helps us provide a meal for a hungry kiddo. So far, we just celebrated an amazing milestone, 60 million meals with our audiences here in the U.S. And yes, audiences, plural. We do have shoppers here in the U.S., on television, on the web, on the app, on all the socials. 60 million meals, quite a milestone. Partnering with Akshaya Patra and No Kid Hungry here in the U.S. I had a wonderful opportunity to visit the Akshaya Patra kitchen. Big, huge cooking vessels. I mean, the size of a small hot tub. A big conveyor belt. Handmade, open flame kiss baked chapati, which are kind of like pita pockets or tortillas, whole wheat, just running like a conveyor belt, like an old-fashioned newspaper printer, just chunk to chunk to just big long conveyor belt. The entire building, the entire block was just filled with the fragrance of that baking bread. And you know what that does for you. Oh my gosh. Here in the U.S., we partner with No Kid Hungry. A little bit different format. That program addresses the needs of each school district. So there's a certain allotment given to each community as needed, and then that community has control over how they provide nutritious meals for their own kiddos. Sometimes it's a free breakfast, sometimes it's a free lunch, sometimes it's the backpack program where the kiddo doesn't go to school during the summer, but there's still a meal provided. So both of those organizations do an amazing job at protecting and growing our future. It's wonderful. The headmaster that I had a chance to visit with in Jaipur said it makes all the difference. There have been stories on the website of kiddos who grew up with that program and are now adults, and they will share their firsthand stories of what a difference that makes. It sends a young person on an entirely different educational and life trajectory, just getting one great meal a day. Okay, so thank you for that, and keep the goodness going. It's an amazing thing. More information available at shoplc.com, by the way. Okay, calling all collectors. 1 carat, 1 full carat. And I'm just going to hold this up to the camera because there's a whole other level of intensity on this tourmaline. Now, the color is gorgeous. Generally speaking, if you're talking about color, cut, clarity, and carat weight, we talk about the 4 C's, right? Different process slightly for colored stones, because unlike grading colors for diamonds, where we're looking at how much color you see, how much you don't, and it's kind of a limited color set of colors available. Colored stones are their own other kind of magic. There can be all sorts of contributing factors. What's the secondary colors? How big is the stone? Does it have inclusions? So there are all sorts of things to take into consideration. However, the number one consideration for choosing a colored stone, any budget, any shopper, anytime, the number one consideration is always color. When you have a gemstone that is the top of its game in that particular color palette, we're going to use quad A. And when we use quad A, here's what you have to think about. Top 5%. These are all beautiful stones that I've given you, okay? But there's a richness to these 1 carat stones in this parcel that is superlative. You've got an opportunity to pick up an incredibly rich, beautifully saturated stone. And if you are a collector, not everyone is, I get it, but if you are a collector, you buy them, you do one of 2 things. You allow us to help you build a beautiful piece when you're ready, or you simply stash them away in your safety deposit box, because they are quad A. And I'm holding it up to my ear like perfect for an earring. Yeah. And it's such a gorgeous color. This one is rich, it's pinky, it's bronzy, it's golden. There's a depth of color to this that is just top tier. Now, collectors, calling all collectors. How many of these do we have? Let me see. Oh, 10. Oh, gosh. Tony Denise is such a master at finding these treasure for us. He's our very own gem hunter. You may have watched some of his shows. He's extremely passionate about tourmaline. There's a certain clarity to this, and tourmaline is one of those stones that can show off a little bit of its true nature. So do not be surprised if at one point or another you see visible inclusions in tourmaline. These have none. You sometimes will see pieces that don't have quite the intensity of the pink. So there may be something that's a little more bronzy, a little less pink, all kinds of balances, all kinds of options. What you're seeing here is a saturation of color that is the top game of the tourmaline, the top tier of the tourmaline option in this color. All right, 10 of you could take this home. $379 right now. And here's the thing. Your budget pay, interest-free right now, is about $3 a day. No, it's not even that. It's about $2.50 a day. You're at $76. if you could get into the JCK show, if you could get into the commercial side, the commercial only, the industry only part of the Tucson show, if you could get into any of those places, and you were a small retail jeweler, this might not even be a thing you would have access to at $379. When I tell you that this is from the dealer price, this would not be a better price if you got into a flying machine and flew to Brazil. This is such an incredible deal. $379, budget pay of $76. Live 25 is a major game changer. Get 2 of these. Your budget pay goes from 76 to 57. It's so powerful for me to see those numbers because I'm not looking at math. I'm looking at savings, instant savings. Listen, it's a limited opportunity. I grant you that, but grab this while it's available. $379 goes down to $284, and that budget pay 76 to 57. And you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee on this. So get this home and take a look at it. These are going to come in these beautiful little window boxes. There's a couple of financial gurus out there. When we started to see massive increases in the price of gold, there's a couple of financial gurus that advise collect top-tier gemstones. If it's available and it's affordable to you, collect top-tier signed artwork. So yeah, this is we think of it as a beautiful gemstone, and it is, but in many places in the world, this is still a portable, reliable source of long-term wealth building. Okay, depends on your attitude. Everything's open for interpretation. Some people are going to say, "Nah, this is a long game proposition." Okay, but at a budget pay of $57, it's worth the 30 days just to get it home. Listen, you get this home, you've got 30 days. You spend $57 on it right now. You send it back, you get your $57 back. That's a pretty amazing thing. Okay. No restocking fee on that. Okay. The timeless crown ring. Oh my gosh. What a spectacular piece. This one is amazing. This is a challenge. Oh, look at this. Ruffled collar, beautiful, brilliant moissanites, and in the center, that incredible octagon. Referred to sometimes also as an emerald cut. Perfectly good language on both of those. Oh my gosh. It's called an emerald cut because emerald cuts, this is the most predominant shape usually used for emerald cuts, and it's got those cut corners, which is the calling card of emerald cuts. It's also an octagon because it has 8 sides. Elongated, rectangular. This one is surrounded, my friends. I mean, surrounded with moissanite, and it is beautiful. What's really cool is this little tapered baguette surround, that first halo. Doesn't that remind you of a little ruffled collar that you see? Does it, Caroline?
It does, actually.
Royal. I mean, it looks real. It looks regal. And then the surrounding stones as well. I mean, look at that in the distance. That is gorgeous, my friends. There's a close-up. There it is on the hand. Not a bit too big to wear every day. Rose gold on top of sterling silver, 2 layers, beautifully set. The little prongs that fill out the edges around the rounds, they're so beautifully done. They almost look like little silver sprinkles around the edge of the stone. So gorgeous. All right, here we go, my friends. Your price on this one today, this is item 17. The blush tourmaline, by the way, is a whopper. That's a carat 24. I think that's the largest single stone we've had today. Altogether, your carat weight here is 2.5 carats. Now consider that. You've got about 1.25 carats on the blush tourmaline, and then you have about 1.25 carats on 2 layers of moissanite. That is beautiful. Look at that. And again, very balanced, very wearable, real designs by real people who have real jobs and real families and real life complications and experiences just like the rest. This is designed by folks who pack their own lunch, wash their own laundry. You know, it's a very real process. I love the earthiness and the genuineness of this process. I love the inclusiveness. Inclusivity. I like that it's just real people working for real people. Not that I'm saying the red carpet experience isn't wow. You know, it's good to ride in a limo every once in a while if you can. Oh, it's good to have dinner delivered right to your door if you can, right? If you want to, every once in a while. But this is just a level of everyday elegance that it just never ceases to amaze me. Now we have 1 5-star review. I was wondering, could we take a look at that? This is also DeJoy. You're going to have that signature D on the under gallery. You're going to have that. Oh, here we go. Mary Angela in the U.S. says, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I use words for a living. And sometimes, I mean, that says it all. 2 words. Absolutely gorgeous. Well done. Thank you, Mary Angela. Okay. Retail on this. Our crew has looked high and low, suggesting that retail on this might be around $2,000, $2,100, $2,200, $2,400. The timeless rose crown ring with that beautiful blush tourmaline in the center every day here at Shop LC is $269. All right, what a spectacular price. $269 compared to a luxury retail of, let's just say, $2,300. Your budget pay right now is $50, less than $2 a day. We're going down even lower. Less than $2 a day, and wow, right now your budget pay goes from $67.50 down to $50. So from $67.50, which is 3 something, down to less than 2 per day for 5 months. Not a long-term plan. We're talking 1 payment today, we'll ship it out. Everything we've had in this collection is free shipping. This is no exception to that. And what a beautiful piece. We got the sweetest email from a couple a few months ago in our television, on the television side. And I thought it was so remarkable because, you know, we've been saying a long time, we've been saying, you know, when it comes to luxury items, embrace frugality, embrace common sense. And when you shop from the standpoint of this is what I can afford, then all of a sudden when you get it home, every time you look at your hand, you just go, dang, that's my ring. As opposed to, let's say you fall in love with this piece and you can't help yourself. You are all in. You see it in the showcase. You make the perhaps fatal mistake of trying it on, and that's it. You're done. You're all in. Oh, I gotta have it. Gotta have it. You walk away. Oh no, common sense prevails. I'm just gonna, and you're at home, and the day is done, and you're thinking, and oh man, but it was $2,300. Yeah, but it's the size of that tourmaline, the way the accent stones sparkle and shimmer around the edges. No, it's too much. Can't afford it too much. Oh, but there was a payment plan. I could go back and get it on the payment plan. I could make payments. I could make payments, and no indication there of how many. So before you know it, got your walking shoes on. Before you even know it, you're back. Here's my plastic. Put it on there. Oh, there's a store credit card. Oh, okay. Let's try that. Okay. Well, oh yeah. What's your social security number? What's your mother's maiden name? What's your date of birth? What's your dog's favorite treat? All that stuff. Got to go through the credit application process, right? Oh, guess what? The ring is $2,300 and you are approved for $2,500. Look, let me wrap it up for you. Okay, great. No, just put the box in the bag, put the ring on the hand. I'm done. And you're happy. Yay, I got my heart's desire. Woo-hoo, I bought myself something gorgeous. A couple months go by. You're making the monthly payment. It's going to be $120 or whatever. Oh, you told yourself I could do that. Oh, it's payments I can do. It's $120 a month. Now you're looking at it. Every time you're wearing it. Oh, I love my ring. But it's $120 a month. Yeah, but it's payments and I can afford it. Yeah, but it's $120. I'm making payments. 48 payments, 36 payments, 24 payments, 60 payments. This is so easy. It's affordable. That's the whole point of that crazy rambling story. It's a $50 payment. $50 is less than $2 a day. Open your budgeting app and you're going to see you've got some wiggle room. This is no longer an aspirational, I'm going to dream about it piece. I'm going to wait for it piece. No. This is common sense. This is now that doable buyer's remorse. What the heck was I thinking? We got rid of all that and we replaced it with elegance and sophistication and style and high-end details. Oh, and affordability and practicality just thrown in for fun. That's what we do. That's what we do. And I love it. You will too. Try one piece for yourself. Pick one of these stones for yourself, because maybe this is not your everyday average lineup. I promise you these are going to look so good on you. This is a color that absolutely lights you up. You will just look phenomenally gorgeous in these pieces. Yeah. Ask somebody, somebody's going to ask you how much you paid for that. You're going to be skipping and hopping and whew, 5 payments of $50 and it was mine. Yeah. Man, that's pretty. Okay, let's try it for yourself. You can find me on all the socials out there. Find me on Facebook, Becky Booker, Shop LC Host, Becky Booker GG on Instagram, graduate gemologist, crazy, silly, geeky, rockhound girl, and I'd love to have that conversation with you. I mean, I really would. It's fun. It's fun to think about your options and your possibilities, because if you're shopping with us here at Shop LC, you have options, you have possibilities, you have so much fun. All right, blush tourmaline is absolutely gorgeous. Do not wait around on a single one of these. Just go ahead and come in on these. They're incredibly gorgeous and really, really rich. The level of sophistication here is remarkable. We've got a bracelet coming up, which is incredible. And, hold on, let me show you here. This design on the closure is so smart.
Well, I think we have a ring first.
Do we have the ring first? Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Okay, thank you. You know me, I love to get to the bracelets. I love it, I love it. Okay, now, here's the deal. Okay, and I'm going to show you this. Well, I'll show you in a minute. Okay, bracelet, ring first. Oh, here we go, here we go. Let's see, do I have the right one? No, let's see. Where do I have it? With a halo?
Yeah. Is it not up there?
No, I don't think I have this one.
Okay, we'll move on to the bracelet then. No worries.
Okay.
We can skip it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one, I don't think I have it, Caroline.
Weird.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and do the bracelet then. And will this be which one?
This will be number 18.
Okay, number 18. Oh, my pen just exploded and fell apart. Did you see that?
I did not. I missed that.
Oh, that's too bad we don't have a replay, because seriously, the ink cartridge just fell out of there. That's crazy. Okay. Ching. I probably screwed the top on too tight. It's probably my fault. Sorry about that. Okay, my friends, we only have a couple pieces left, but I want to tell you something. This collection is so incredibly exotic. Now, here we go. I saw Gabrielle up there. You have to take a look at this. I don't know, it's bothering me that we don't have that ring, because I'm not sure if I moved it around, but that's okay. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Here's the thing with this, okay? You've got a fold-up clasp, and this is going to fold over and in, okay? And then it locks in. So gorgeous. It's almost like a horseshoe or a wishbone. The top has a little spot which flips up. Let me show you. So you've got a little notch here, and now the clasp becomes this almost gorgeous little ornament. It's fantastic. Beautiful. 12.7 carats. Gorgeous. 24 of those gorgeous tourmalines, and that's just in the 6.5 inch bracelet. Now, we do have this in 3 sizes, okay? 3 spectacular sizes, small, medium, and large. In the world of gemstones and jewelry, that's going to be 6 1/4, 7.5, 6.5, 7.25, 8 inches. The carat weight will vary a little bit, because this is an entire end-to-end lineup of tourmaline. So in order to get you to the next size, we have to add extra stones. In order to get you to 7 1/4, we have to add an extra link, which is 1 more tourmaline. In order to take it to the next level, which is 8 inches, we've got to add another mounting and another tourmaline. And this clasp, I mean, it's a little bit of kind of a horseshoe shape, but it's just gorgeous. Decked out, completely filled out, all the way around, lots of ornamentation. And these are not small stones. They measure out at 6 by 4s, but when you line them up all in a row, Oh my goodness. Now there's the back side of the mountain and you can see it, but a very, very, very highly difficult to manufacture and ornamental clasp, okay? We're talking 12.7 carats, and you're talking a retail on this of right around $1,000. Yeah, about $1,200. No surprises there. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can, I saw the mounting, I'm gonna see if I can put this back in. All right, let's talk about savings, because this is one of those moments where you have to say to yourself, okay, this is more than just a bracelet. This is an actual assortment. This is an actual assortment of stones. Everyday low price, $1,069. 1 5-star review. We're going to check that in a second. But here's the thing. In all 3 sizes, we have 27 pieces. 27 pieces altogether. This is rose gold for May with moissanite in this gorgeous tennis style necklace, a bracelet. Your price at Shop LC is $1,069. That is compared to a suggested retail on this of $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. I'm holding this as close as possible with as much illumination as possible because I want you to see that quality of color. Now here's the thing. I'm going to bring this in as a marker, okay? I want you to look at those 6x4s and you tell me, this is a quad A on the round. You tell me what you think the color grade of those ovals are, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. Now this one, let's just say that this one racked in the single stone. It was $379. Let's just say $300 for the sake of round math. You know what? Let's be even crazier. Let's just say $300 on this one. The 6-inch bracelet has, I think it was 24 stones. $300. Just hang on. $300 times 24 stones means you've got $7,200 just in sourcing the stones. Think about that. Let me show you this again. Here's you're seeing this in real time. And that color, remember, this is in a sealed case, okay? I didn't take this out. This is unopened. This is sealed. You have that color on a known quad A. Caroline, am I making any sense here?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to see that this makes sense in every way, shape, and form. Are you looking at that color versus this color? And there's another complication here which I have to explain to you. This is 1 carat. These are about half a carat each. So these are 6x4s. Wow, okay. Oh my gosh. So you see where we're going? Suggested retail on this, $7,000. But based on this color, which we just showed you this live, based on this color, the quantity and number of those stones, easily your value factor on that. Now, at Shop LC, sourcing direct, working directly with mines, with gem hunters, with dealers, putting each and every facet on each and every stone exactly where it needs to be to show off what I'm just going to call very high-end color. I'm going to call that quad A. We can argue about that, and this is telling you the story. Shop LC price, when you type in live 25, your price goes on the budget pay from $214 down to $160. Your overall price goes from $1,069 down to $802. That's saving you $267. There is nothing that you can call that other than an amazing value, an incredible deal, a rich experience, right place, right time, serendipity. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe, I was just simply killing some time. I was scrolling across the socials and I saw this crazy show on X, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and I had to stop, and I could not take my eyes off of that bracelet. The colors were so rich. So this is a very challenging gemstone to photograph, okay, because of the blush colors, and you can see the intensity of these colors. You can see how that photograph matches that piece. What a beautiful and correct presentation of those stones. Your budget pay on this goes down to $160. You have a 30-day window when you get this home. Take it out, try it on. Fall in love with that closure, because the closure itself, in and of itself, is a treasure. You've got a 30-day window, but you only have 48 hours to lock in over $265 savings on this piece. And keep in mind, it's all around the wrist. It's not just one or two stones here and there, spaced out, a lot of metal in between. This is end to end. That is a train car setting. It is end to end. It is nose to nose, nose to tail. Those are just gorgeous. And the fluidity of this, look at how this works. I mean, there's no spacing really between those stones, and yet the fluid movement of that tells you all you need to know about the wearability of this piece. Instant heirloom, instant treasure. You might even sleep with this for the first week. You're going to wake up and in the morning, you're going to go, oh, yes, I'm so glad I added that to my collection. Beautiful pieces. Okay. Thank you for letting me show you a little bit about the color of that stone, because it's a truly amazing piece. Okay, I admit my bias. I'm very big into bracelets because you can look right there on your arm. A wonderful pair of earrings, a beautiful pendant. You don't always get to see that while you're wearing it throughout the day, unless you catch a glimpse of yourself in a reflection somewhere. But bracelets are always there. One glance at your wrist and you go, oh yeah, glad I bought that. Oh, I love that. It's affirmation in the best way. Okay. Now, the shoulders here are inspired by a love knot design. So you have this beautiful intertwining of the elements, which is an homage to a practice called binding, okay? And it was a very interesting process where during a wedding, during two people pledging forever, that a witness would take a silk cloth or something, and they would simply wrap those two people together in their hands. You would clasp hand to forearm, this kind of yin-yang position, and the witness would simply wrap those two pieces, symbolizing that expression of forever and always. It's the same sort of inspiration that we see in today that's used by the love knot design. And in fact, many modern couples still use an interpretation of that, whether it's civil ceremonies or even religious ceremonies. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful visual expression again of I'm serious, I'm deliberate, I'm intentional, and I choose you. It's gorgeous. This blush tourmaline. Now this has the cursive L in the undergallery. When it's got a cursive L like that, it shows you that this is a Luxoro piece. And we were talking about Luxoro. You're going to get two things. You're going to get 10 karat gold. It might be yellow gold, it might be white gold, it might be rose gold. This is rose gold for the tourmaline. But it's a 9x7, 2¼ carat center stone. Could you show the undergallery with the L on it? Is that possible?
It'll take me a minute to get it.
Okay. Well, if you can, that's fine. But if not, that's okay too, because it's available. Listen, this is item 19, and if you want to see that insignia under the undergallery, we literally sign the pieces for you now in the undergallery. I'm going to tell you, this is already pinned below. Caroline has already pinned it. This is item 19. Go back and click that box below, and you'll see the entire photo gallery. So that might be the best way to do it. You know what? Let's just do that, okay? From a retail, and again, I'm going to show you this, okay? Okay, look at the color. Look at your color experience. Are you seeing that? Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous piece. I'm going to hold it up a little bit more. I think I got it. I think I can. There we go. That color is so spectacular. Really remarkable. Okay? Your price for a 2¼ carat blush tourmaline in that fancy oval brilliant is going to rock your world. If that were just a stone by itself, I couldn't even begin to tell you what that would be worth, okay? That's spectacular. Look at that. The Shop LC price on this is a big savings when we're comparing it to a retail of something that you might see at $13,000. And when you're talking the top 5% of any gemstone color category, you're talking about a level of rarity and exclusivity that you would really see in what the modern world would call a luxury retailer. There's just no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And you're talking about gemstones that individually are very hard to source because they are very much individual stones. They don't occur very often. The size, the color, the beautiful precision cutting on this is stunning. Our everyday low price is $1979.99, okay? That's a beautiful piece. When you type in Live 25 on a Luxoro piece with a 2.5 carat center stone, there it is, that has earth mine diamonds, okay, you save 25%. And we do have some half sizes available. Now, word to the wise, this is item 19. Altogether, we have 18 of these in stock. If you need a size 9, one of you can claim the size 9. Your savings is nothing short of jaw-dropping. And let's just compare the budget pay. Your budget pay goes from $396 down to $296, meaning that every one of those 5 budget pays will save you $100 on a top tier, top 5%, Love You Forever, Bound Forever by Love and Duty and Honor on the shoulders, earth mined diamonds. Your total carat weight on the diamonds is about 20 points, about 15 points. Now your budget pay is down to $297, and you still have free shipping, and you still have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you still have 0 interest on your budget pays and a 30-day happiness guarantee. Put it in a beautiful box. Make that presentation. Even if this is from you to you, put it in a gorgeous box. When you take it off at the end of the day, put it in that prominent place on your dressing table, on your dresser, because this is an instant family heirloom, my friends. Only 18 to go around, and the center stone is a beautiful size. The center stone is 2.25 carats. Man, what a gorgeous piece that is. Wow. Okay, are we going to get to the other 2, Caroline?
We'll only have time for one more. Let's do the necklace.
Okay, we only have one more for the necklace. I will tell you that there's a matching ring behind the scenes, and I'll wear it during the presentation so that you can see. Can we pin it in the list below?
Yeah, I'll pin it.
Okay, then I'm going to show it. Now, this one is chain included. The ring we won't present, but you will have an opportunity to go back and grab it, okay? This one is also in 10 karat rose gold. 10 karat rose gold. This is beautiful. This has the block L, so you know that it is a luxuriant lab-grown diamond piece. This one has the center stone at 85 points. You have 7x5 on your tourmaline. Then you have lab-grown diamonds, and boy, are they gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece. Tourmalines are just so gorgeous, my friends. That is an absolutely stunning opportunity, and the diamonds they just set it off. Now you can see from this distance, you can see right there that those are very similar. Even at this distance, you can say to yourself, wait, are those matching? Yes, they are. They absolutely are. This is item number 20, and your everyday price on this in 10 karat rose gold, solid 10 karat rose gold, and your chain is included, $1739.99, based on $6,000 or $7,000 at retail. Lots of diamonds and lots of color on that tourmaline. Your budget pay goes from $348 to $261. Every budget pay locks in massive, valuable items, massive value factors, and incredible savings on these pieces. Wow, what a show, Caroline. If you have not considered blush stones for your collection, please do. They're incredibly gorgeous. There's no doubting the color and the significance of these pieces. You can go back and watch the show It's going to be waiting for you at shoplc.com. And thanks again for all the likes and the follows and shares. Whether you're watching on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, or now on X, thank you so much for your patience and your interest in the wonderful, magical world of blush tourmaline. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.